Aloha kakayaka. Good morning, everybody. While we give a moment for people to arrive and get settled in, I am going to smudge. Aloha kakaliakalia. I'm going to just smudge, and if you would like to as well and you have your items and medicines at home, I invite you to do so, and if not, we can do it virtually, and I will share with you. My name is Malia. I am a community healer for the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on mental health and wellness for the Indigenous and Native American community of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous communities and other underserved communities. We also focus on the wellness of and care of victims of crime. So if you have an opportunity after this video, please do click on the link attached to this video and fill out a brief survey for us. It's completely anonymous, and that survey helps us understand how we can best help you. So thank you so much. Aloha Claudia, aloha Jamie, good morning everybody. If you're out there and I don't see your name popping up, I want you to know that today is going to be a very beautiful morning post. I'm looking forward to us doing some deep breathing. I'm looking forward to us finding some peace together. And I'm really looking forward to chanting with you all. So much love and aloha. Smells so good. How is everybody doing this morning? Did you get a good night's sleep? The night went by fast. I slept through pretty good, so I feel all right. Let's start the morning with some grounding exercises. I'm going to put my feet flat on the ground. My feet are barefoot this morning, and it feels good to have them on the wood floor. My feet are on the ground, and I feel like I'm connecting to my environment. I'm getting centered. I'm going to close my eyes and place my hands gently in my lap. Sitting up straight if you can, or if you just want to lay down and do this, that's fine too. Whatever you feel comfortable with right now. Let's close our eyes and take a deep breath in through our nose. And exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Let's do two more. And exhale. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Good morning. It's another day today, and I don't know how the weather is over by you, but when I woke up this morning, the whole sky looks like it's shrouded in mist. And so that inspired me to want to share with you some chants that talk about the mist. And it inspired me to want to chant for you too. So I would like to share with you a little bit about these chants, and hopefully it brings you a sense of peace and also a sense of reflection. I know it's been a few weeks that we've been home. It's may actually might be 4 weeks now since the quarantine, and I hope that you guys are okay out there. Um, when you have those days where things are difficult and you're feeling uncertain and you're worried, or if you're ever afraid or you need somebody to talk to or someone to listen to you, please call our CARES line. You can call it Monday through Friday. We'll contact you back within 24 hours. Our hours are listed for the CARES line all over our website, our Facebook page, our Facebook page, and also listed on this video. So if you need us, please reach out to us. Also, we post videos throughout the day, and I encourage you to visit these videos when you can. We can always send positive thoughts your way, and we can talk about things that can bring you some calm and some peace. And I post my videos Monday through Friday morning, 8 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and 8 p.m. So for all of my Indigenous relatives out there, I want to let you know that I've been thinking about you a lot and thinking about you this morning. And I want to dedicate this morning to my Indigenous way. And feel free at any point to share practices, your ancestral ways, if you like, if you feel that it can help someone out there, or if it just helps you to be able to express or share with us some of the things that you do to practice your culture. Or maybe if you always wanted to learn some things about your culture or practice some things, but you aren't sure about what those things are or what the traditions are, you can always share that too. I find that as a Native Hawaiian, I meet many Hawaiians, Native Hawaiians, or Kanaka Maoli is what we call ourselves. I meet many Kanaka who, because they aren't growing up in Hawaii and they're growing up in Wisconsin or wherever they grow up, they don't always have the chance to learn about their culture. And also, too, another thing about Hawaiian culture is for a long time, and I think my relatives from Turtle Island can identify with this as well too, and other groups of people, you may be able to identify with the fact that we were not allowed to practice our ancestral ways. So a lot of the Hawaiians that I come into contact with, they were not encouraged to practice those ways because their parents were not encouraged, or they found that it was something that they shouldn't do. And I found that it was that way for my father too. Um, and it actually really changed a lot as a kid for me, that fortunately he found, and that my mom found, that it was something that I should practice and rejoice in. And so I just want to share that with you today. But before we get started, let's do some stretching, and it'll help me to center some more too, and just be able to give you these chants and hopefully some healing. So I'm going to start by shoulder rolling. You can roll them forward or back. And what I love about doing these videos, there's a lot of things I love about spending time with you guys, but I stretch 3 times a day now. They're just light, gentle stretches, but it makes a difference throughout the day to take that moment to breathe every time, to take that moment to move my body gently. All right, guys, I'm going to bring my arms out. Let's stretch. I'm actually, I don't know if you can see my hands look like this. I'm just grabbing my hands and reaching tall. And I'm going to stretch from side to side. Oh, that feels good. Can you guys tell I need that? You might need it too. So just clasp those hands and reach tall and lean from the left to the right and the right to the left. All right, I'm going to open my arms up and then I'm going to stretch one of my arms across. You can see my hand here. I'm stretching my shoulder and then rolling out my wrist. Oh, I'm so looking forward to chanting this morning with you. Rolling out the wrist on the other side. You can see that here. So much about Hawaiian cultural practices is that we try and we think of things, bringing the arm out front, gently pushing down on the hands. You can modify with a bent arm or a straight arm, stretching the forearm here. We have, when we're dancing hula or just being a practitioner of hula, um, which is something that we practice all day. It's not just like we dance hula class and we're done being a hula dancer. It's a way that we approach life, and um, I just feel so thankful and grateful that in this cultural way, we're often taught to think physically, but also mentally and also spiritually. So we can consider things from those 3 points of view. I'm going to clasp these fingers together and I'm going to reach out in front. And so it helps us to reflect a lot, and it helps us to reflect on our own path, but also our connection to our environment and our connection to the Creator. How do you connect to your environment? Do you? Is that something that helps you connect to your ancestors and your ancestral ways? Okay, so the first chant I'm going to do, I do this when I am seeking some peace or some positive message or some guidance from the Creator, um, from what's above, from Iluna, from um, from the unknown, to ask for something to give us some guidance to the known. So this chant is called Ehomai, and I do this chant when I do need guidance. And when I woke up today and I saw the mist in the sky, I knew that I wanted to. So in the song, it talks about the word huna, and maybe you've heard that word huna. Maybe you've heard the word kahuna before. Kahunas. Now, this sort of like Hollywood perception of kahunas, right, are like these witch doctors, these Hawaiian witch doctors. But a kahuna is a spiritual person, a spiritual, a holy person, a spiritual person in Hawaii who's highly regarded, who understands protocols. And there's different types of kahuna. There's hunas for certain medicines and certain prayers. So there's different types of kahuna. But kahuna just means like the hidden, right, or the secret. So huna, when we're talking about it in this chant, is talking about what's hidden or the unknown. So I will translate e humai, which means come to me. Whenever you hear in Hawaiian when someone says e or e, that is a command. It's commanding something. And homai means to me. So it's commanding, it's saying, come to me. E homai ka ike mai. Ike means to see, but it can also mean to see, like to know. So it's like two meanings, right? So come to me to know and see the things from above. O na mea huna no ea, na mea huna is like the many hidden things. O na mele e. Ona mele is like, so in this case, they're asking for mele means song. Okay. So that's why I want to do this chant because there's a song that I want to chant for you. I haven't done it in a really long time, but this is the song that felt right to chant for you this morning. So, ona huna mea ona mele e homai e homai e homai e, which means come to me, come to me, come to me. Right? The knowledge to see the hidden things from above. Basically, I'm asking for clarity and understanding. I'm asking for Akua, the divine, the creator, any of the deities or gods and goddesses in the Hawaiian way that are there to give me a message. That's what I'm asking for. Okay. Aloha, Judy. Hi, guys. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to do it in three. When I was taught this chant, E Homai, it was taught to me by a kumu hula in Chicago. Her ancestry is from the big island of Hawaii in a place called Keaukaha. And the reason I'm telling you where I learned this chant is because when I practice sharing these things in my ancestral ways, it is always important to trace where you learned it from, going to the source, because the source is very important and lineage is very important. So I learned this from Carol Lanialoha Lee. Again, she is a kumuhula or a master teacher instructor from Keaukaha on the big island of Hawaii, and now she lives in Chicago and she has a organization called the Aloha Center. So I'm going to do this in three different registers. My low, like from the diaphragm, I'm going to chant it, and that's going to cover what is below and beneath. Then I'm going to do it like in my chest register, like in my heart area. So I'm going to elevate my voice a little bit, and then I'm going to do it in like my head register, which means I'm going to chant in a higher tone, and so that will be from above. So here we go. E ho mai kai ke mai luna mai o na mea huna noia o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai o na mea huna noia o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai o na mea huna noia o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai I hope that brought you a sense of feeling that you can, if we can still our minds, you can receive sometimes what you're looking for. For me, I remember specifically when this chant became something that it went from me just practicing it to it actually giving me um, for me to receive something. And it was only after my son was born and I was walking him in his stroller, and I decided to stop in my backyard, and I sat down in the grass and I was sitting by a tree, and I did this chant, and I was chanting to like there was cattails. I was just looking to the sky and my mind was empty. Actually, my mind was not empty. My mind was very busy, and I chanted this and I chanted this and I chanted this. And when I was done, I knew what I was going to do, and that was really helpful to me. And so I love that chant. I think it's beautiful. So I want to do one more chant for you. I'm going to use my ipu. Um, I won't be able to show you the ipu while I'm doing it because it's going to be on the ground, and I have my laptop on the table here, but I'll tell you a little bit about the chant. And also, too, I want you to be able to, if you want to share anything about your ancestral knowledge or anything that helps you, you can in the comments. You don't have to do that because I realize some of us, that's something that we don't want to share, and that's totally okay. But if you do want to, any cultural practices that help you connect to your ancestors or to, the spiritual aspects of your culture or who you are, feel free to share. Again, for me, chanting is definitely one of those ways. That's how I feel close to what is spiritual to me or what is divine to me, and that's what brings me peace. For some people, it might be going to church. For some people, it might be their cultural dancing or their cultural practices or rituals. And for me, that ritual is chant. That's one of them, and to dance hula. All right, so the reason I woke up this morning and decided I wanted to pa'i for the song and chant for the song again is because I saw the mist outside. And this song is from the island of Kauai. It's called Ike. Again, Ike is to see or could be to see, right? Two different types of seeing. Ike Ike one kania o no hili. And literally what that translates into is the barking sand beaches of Kauai. So I have never been to this beach, okay, but I have learned to chant it. And there is literally a beach called Nohili Beach, which is barking sand. So apparently when you walk on this beach, the sand makes the sound like it's barking. And so I picked this chant when I first learned it because it's called a wahipana, and that's a wahipana is like a place chant, so it honors specific places or geographical locations or specific, mountains, or it expresses these kind of um, it's made to honor that place. I'll just say that. Okay, so the first verse is Ike kione kania ono hili meka paha pahale a opoli hale. So it's talking about there's a specific seaweed that grows on this beach, and lei a opoli hale is like, and it adorns with the lei of the seaweed. And then the second verse, Ike ika wai ula a omana, is talking about the red waters of Mana, and and there are palms that surround this bay of Kaunaleva. The third verse is Paihu kamakani la ehekyu, and that's talking about the Paihu winds. Kamakani mikioi la iniihau. And the Miki, so the winds blow in, it brings in these certain rains, and so kamakani, so no. Paiho kama, so the wind's blowing, and there's an island called Ni'ihau. So this island Ni'ihau is really special because it is the only island left of the 8 major Hawaiian islands in the chain where it's all native Hawaiians, except for that side note, it's privately owned by a rancher, and I don't believe they're Hawaiian. But this island, their language, they actually still do speak Olelo Hawaii. So because of this, there's a lot of cultural preservation that's happened, that the Hawaiians still speak their native tongue and that kind of thing. So this island Ni'iho, they're saying from the Barking Sands Beach on Kauai, the island of Ni'iho is shrouded in mist. They can see it, and that's why I wanted to do the song. Let me see. The next verse is Pupu Kanioi Ko Kauai, and they're talking about these tiny little shells, tiny little niihau shells, um, and about the waves that crash up on the shores of this cliff. I mean, not the shores, but that crash up on the cliff. And then the last verse is Ha'ina Iamai Ana Kapuana, and it says, so the story is told. Um, they talk about this lei. It's a fragrant lei. Come look. Ha'ina Iamai. Mokihana, the Mokihana lei. It looks like the Mokihana is like a fragrant green seed. It's a beautiful, like light chartreuse pea green sort of seed, like this big, and it's strung around the neck. And it looks like giant chartreuse colored pearls almost, but they're not shiny and they're fragrant. And so that is the choice lei for that specific region. So I hope that you enjoy it. After I do this chant, we are going to do some breathing together, and then I'll see you at 2:30. And again, Kalamai, I'm sorry that you can't see the gourd. I wish there was a hula dancer here, then we could do both. I'll just have to chant today then. Omakuko, ai, ike one kania o no hili, ike one kania o no hili, me ka paha lea o polihale, ike one kania o no hili. Ike one kania o no hili, me ka paha lea o polihale, ike wai ula a o mana. Ike wai ula o mana, na niue hola I o kauna leva, ike wai ula a o mana. Ike wai ula o mana, na niue hola I o kauna leva, pai ho kamakanila e he kiu. Pai ho kamakanila e he kiu. Ike ai ka noi lai ni iho. Pai ho kamakanila e he kiu. Pai ho kamakanila e he kiu. Ike ai ka noi lai ni iho. Ho'o hai ana I ka na ulu. Ho'o hai ana I ka na ulu. Kamakani miki o I lau le hua. Ho'o hai ana I ka na ulu. Ho'o hai ana I ka na ulu. Kamakani miki o I lau le hua. Pupu kani o e ko kauai. Pupu kani o e ko kauai. Kunihi hau pua ui ke kai. Pupu kani o e ko kauai. Pupu kani o e ko kauai. Kunihi hau pua ui ke kai. Haina ia mai ana kapuan. Haina ia mai ana kapuana, moki hana e kapua lai oia e. Haina ia mai ana kapuana, haina ia mai ana kapuana, moki hana e kapua lai oia e. E alai, 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 yeah. Himele no Kauai. Okay, guys, I hope that you had a beautiful start to this misty morning. Remember that we are here for you, the HIR Wellness Institute. We have support for you on our CARES line. You can call us Monday through Friday. We will speak to you within 24 hours of that call or contact. You can email us, you can text us, you can Facebook Messenger inbox us, you can comment on these threads. If you need us, we are here for you. I'll be back this afternoon at 2:30 p.m. and also tonight at 8 p.m. Before you go, if you could, for us to click on this link that we have provided for an anonymous survey as we continue to serve victims of crime with virtual services. Please take a moment to complete that survey, and this helps to inform us how we can best serve our relatives. And who are our relatives? Our relatives are you, every color of the rainbow, from all nations, everywhere. And we do this in our Indigenous ways with our cultural practices. We do this with counselors. We do this with care. We do this with love. We do this with aloha. I hope you guys are okay. Know that we are out there thinking about you every day. Every day. We know that you're out there, and we want you to know that we are there for you. That's what we're here for. We're here for you. And so if you want to reach out to us, we do want you to reach out to us if you need us, and if you need help, and if you need support, and if you need someone to hold space for you. Let's finish with some breathing. Putting my feet flat on the ground again, hands in my lap. I'm gonna roll those shoulders back. We'll focus on the present, right? Close our eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. One more time. Malamo pono iko kino. That means take care of yourself. Be well. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much for spending some time with me this morning. And ahui ho. I'll see you later. Hi, guys.